Well, hey, everybody, and welcome to this midweek review with Mr. John. I am Mr. John, and as you can see, the tree is up, the lights are blinking, the wreath is on the wall, and it is getting to be Christmas time. But for some, it might be a little bit nerve-wracking. Maybe you're even a little bit scared that Christmas is just around the corner and you have yet to find that perfect gift for your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friend, or maybe even your pet. How many of you guys get gifts for your pets at Christmas? I am truly guilty of that, and I'll tell you, I even go one step further. It makes no sense, but I am one of those guys that wrap the gift for the pet. The dog has no idea. It doesn't have opposable thumbs. It can't unwrap a package unless it knows it's a meaty bone or something. It might rip into it, but it's not going to just open a package, right? But I'm that guy. But we're going to talk about fear a little bit. And I want to talk about, we kind of hit on it last week as we talked about Zachariah and Elizabeth. We talked about a niece of Elizabeth. And that woman's name, well, I say woman, and I mean that in the broadest terms, because really she wasn't a woman. She was actually a young girl, teenager. She was probably around 15 years old. Now imagine you're sitting in your room and you're all alone, and all of a sudden an angel appears. Now, I don't know if Mary understood right away that this was an angel, or the angel Gabriel shows up. I don't know if she just immediately goes, "Hey, that's Gabriel." I don't think that happened because it talks about how she was scared. But I love how the angel Gabriel immediately just gets that fear from her to subside. The angel Gabriel tells her, "Do not be afraid." And then he says something to her that has to just blow her mind. "You will have a baby." Now, she wasn't married, and she was betrothed to a man who we will talk about next week, to be married, but she wasn't married, so she had no way of being pregnant in those days. She just couldn't do it. And all of a sudden she's told, "Guess what? You're pregnant, you're going to have a baby." Again, do you think that would blow your mind, especially a 15-year-old? Imagine you going, "Hey, you're going to have a baby." I would be like total shock. One, I'm a guy, so that really shocked me. But Mary's told she's going to have a baby, and then the angel goes on and goes, "This baby is special. This baby is going to be the Savior of the world, and you will raise this child, and this child will be a blessing to all who get to know who this baby is." And guess what? We even have a name that you can name the baby. And we suggest that you use it because it means Savior, and the name is Jesus. Can you imagine? 15-year-old girl just is in her room alone. Now she's seen an angel. Now she's told she's going to be pregnant, and when she can't get pregnant in that moment, and she's going to have the Savior of the world is going to be her baby. Can you imagine just the total fear and uncertainty of everything that is going on in her world right now? But the angel Gabriel, man, this guy, he knows what he's doing. He sets Mary's heart at ease, and he gives her this reassurance that, listen, we don't just give this job to anybody. We're giving it to you because we know you can handle it. God has ordained it, and it is part of his plan of the redemptive story of the entire world. This is how God has made this plan all the way from Adam and Eve up to now, to make his plan where we're separated with Adam and Eve to the point where we are going to be saved through this baby. And Mary, you are one of the biggest parts of God's plan. It had to be just an enormous weight that she was carrying in this. But God reassured her that she was the right person for the job, that she was going to do an exceptional job, and that this baby was going to save the world, and that this baby was God's son. So guys, if you're a little bit nervous about getting that last gift for somebody, maybe it's your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, dad, brother, sister, or maybe it's for your pet. Know you've got time. Know that God is with you no matter where you go. You walk out the door of your house, God is with you. You walk into the store, God is with you. You go to school, God is with you. You go to church, God is with you. He's with you all the time. He's looking after you. He wants what's best for you. And he's there, even though you may not hear it, to reassure you, to make you feel better in those times of fear and struggle. So guys, we're going to continue our Christmas story. We're going to meet, the angel again is going to come out and visit another guy. And this guy is integral too. And we kind of don't talk a lot about his story. And that guy is Joseph, the guy who ends up marrying Mary. So we'll see you next week. Hey, go out, have a good time, look at all the Christmas lights, but remember, it's not about the tree. It's not about the twinkling lights or the wreath on the wall. It's about the gift under the tree. And I don't mean the presents that you unwrap. I mean it's the greatest gift that God gave us, our Savior, Jesus Christ. We'll see you next week. Verses coming up. Hey, memorize this one. It's from Luke 2, one of my favorite passages. See you next week. Bye. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people." Luke 2:10.